Let me bang.
I do let you bang. Hey,
let me bang you, James, man.
I let you bang. I let you bang.
Greetings, marriage and virgins.
Go for Jesus. No forget Jesus, people.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for your favorite mixed martial arts podcast. Recording out of Los Angeles, California, it's MMA Roasted with Adam Hunter.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
What's up, people? Welcome to the MMA Roasted Podcast. Me, Adam Hunter. We got a great show today. We got Bill Dawes is coming. Jason's going to join us. We got Hector Lombard, Toothless Tom. It's just a whole day of savages on the show. I'm here with Bill Dawes, one of my favorite people in the world. In LA. By the way, your baby mama's hot, just so you know. She keeps we became friends on Instagram. I don't know your first baby mama, but your second one is very hot. Just for the record.
My first baby mama, now she looks like she literally is. I think she's like a homeless person. I think she's living in her car, so she probably looks like something out of The Walking Dead.
Oh wow!
But yeah, she is. Yes, she is very hot. She is very hot.
Yeah, good job with that, man. And now, are you in LA? Are you in Texas? Are you in a janitor closet?
Right.
Like, where are you?
Right now, and her, you know, she does a lot of voiceover stuff. So she has like a little sound studio, which is really just a walk-in closet. So I get to borrow.
She looks like a model. So only in LA where like models do voiceovers. You know.
Yeah. No, it's so funny because she's never been a model. She's always just wanted to be a businesswoman and producer and run businesses and direct and be a boss ass bitch. That's her thing, you know.
Good for you, man. That's what I like the. I did a show last night at the for Cannabis Capital, the marijuana show, and it's the same crowd every week, like every week. So I have to come up with like brand new jokes every week because they'll be like, you know, we heard this last week, you know, which is good. It's challenging, but I get more nervous for that show than I would if I booked like the Tonight Show. It's like hot influencers that like are judging me, like, and I'm on stage and I thought there was like two lesbians, and they're Mexican, and I was like, oh, I guess it's Taco Tuesday every night, you guys, and the place erupted. What?
Were they offended?
No, they were thanking me after the show. I thought that was the funniest thing they've ever heard in their life. So very rarely do people get offended. It's always people on behalf of people who are not offended. It's never the person who's offended. I mean, once in a while it is, but for the most part, it's somebody who thinks they should be offended by something.
Yeah, of course.
And then it's like, and then they just want to like, you know, defend everybody who don't want to be defended.
Yeah. That's why if you go to Chocolate Sunday and you do a show where you're primarily making fun of like African American culture, you're going to kill. But if you do that in front of a white audience, they're going to think you're racist and offensive.
Well, they're going to look around for black people to see if they're laughing, and then if they're laughing, then it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
but even if they are, like,
what's one of the dumbest things? You hear me? What's one of the dumbest things you've ever done, like growing up?
Dumbest things I've ever done growing up?
Yeah, like when you were in your teenage years.
I mean, I used to break and enter a lot, just for fun, not to steal anything. I broke into someone's house and took their car just for fun and returned it.
Oh, really? That's like, so you were stealing cars when you were younger? That's pretty crazy.
I was borrowing cars.
Okay, and then people know that. Do you know these people or no?
Yeah, it was like a friend. It was like a friend of a friend. They were out of town.
Wow, and they didn't notice when they came back. They didn't notice the car was like.
I took it because I was always very agile, so I could like scale buildings, like that movie with Steve Martin, like Roxanne or whatever. I could like scale buildings like a monkey, and I would just go up to like the top floor, get into a window. But I took the car, and then I went out of town, and my friends kept going back there, and they ended up getting in a wreck. So I got blamed. Of course, they ratted me out the second they got caught. It was Bill's idea. Why? What'd you do?
I was telling my friend last night. So the first time I went skiing, I was 13 years old. I never went skiing before. And this is when I went to boarding school in Maine. And like every Sunday they go to like Sunday River was like the big slope in Maine. So my buddy's like, go down Double Black Diamond. I'm like, okay. So I never went skiing before. So I thought it was like the Olympics where you just like tuck and go. You know, like I didn't know you had to go side to side. I thought everything was like downhill racing.
You didn't even know like pizza French fries at this point, right? You didn't even know anything. You were just kind of like
anything. I literally just tucked, and I was 94 pounds, and I just went, and people were like diving out of the way. You know, like they were like, I didn't know you could like murder people that way, or you could die. I just thought it was like, I'm like, wow, I'm going pretty fast, you know, until I was tall, and then the ski patrol had to come get me, and they cut my ticket, and that was my first and last time skiing.
Wait, you never wiped out? You didn't have a terrible
I wiped out all the time. I would just get up and just get back into that position and then go back down again and then get up. And I told my assistant, I said, people look like I was crazy. I didn't think I was crazy, but I'm like, yeah, that's what I would do. I just was like, I really thought it was like, I didn't realize to go side to side or start with the bunny slopes. Or I never took a lesson. I literally just went up there and was just like this and just went straight. And people were like diving out of the way.
But you made the hill. That's impressive.
No,
man.
I did not. No. The guy came with like a jet, with like a whatever it's called, a snowmobile, and it was like get in the back, and then fucking drove me back down the hill. No, I didn't make it down the hill. No fucking way. I made it like 3 times before that. Someone called security or someone saw me and goes, "What? This kid's gonna murder somebody, plus himself." So that was the dumbest thing I've ever. I had no idea that there was like an art to skiing. Yeah, I mean it was all mayhem. Speaking of mayhem, but by the way, I did a show on Monday night, and this guy that I knew was a big comic. I'm not gonna say his name. But when I knew him like 5 years ago, he had 2 girlfriends at the same time, and he lived with them, and they were all cool with each other. Like he's a like they were just, that was their relationship. 2 10s, and this dude.
Can I ask you, was he a white guy or a black guy?
He was a black guy, right? And it was funny because like one of the producers of the show we were on together was like, oh, he's a very Christian comic. He's very clean. I'm like, clean? The guy literally has like. So anyway, so I do the show and I fucking kill. It was a black show at the Improv, and do a great show. And afterwards, I run into the girl and she's like, great set. And I'm like, and I had heard he broke up with those 2 and got 2 other girlfriends. Like he replaced those 2 with those 2. So I was like, hey, and this guy's just a celebrity. All right. So I'm like, hey, I'm so glad you're back with so-and-so. And she's like, back, we never broke up. And I was like, oh, I mean, back tonight. Like you guys are back tonight. Like back, like you were last night. And she's like, so she's like, Adam, you know. And I was like, so I'm like, whatever happened to the other girl? And then she's like, she's not here anymore. Like now I fucking bombed twice. So I'm like, so I was like, oh, are you still doing the acting and singing? She's like, that was her. I was just like,
God,
she's like, this guy's over. She's like, he's over there. She just pointed. I got kicked out of her table. I went from like killing to like fucking. Oh, I had to tell the guy. I'm like, listen, I think your girl's mad at me. I get when you have 2 girlfriends, it's hard. You know, like. Yeah.
And if they're being open about it and they're like, there's no shame in it, why is she being mad that you got her confused with some other girl with their old moral integrity? And
they kind of looked alike. I mean, not looked alike, but they were like, not like, that's going to be called racist too, but they had similar haircuts. And dude, want to hear something crazy?
As a woman in a throuple, right? If you're a woman in a throuple, how can you have any pride in who you are? I'd be like, that was the other girl. It's like, you're part of a throuple. You're already degraded. Relax. I mean, I love threesomes, don't get me wrong, but a throuple, get out of here.
Yeah, it doesn't work the other way. You don't see like 2 dudes with a girl living with her, unless she's like super rich, and even then, it's like, I guess maybe you do have like the cuck relationships that come out there, but
yeah, nobody looks cool in that situation. Like he probably thinks he looks really cool having 2 girlfriends, but you look like a clown, in my opinion. I think you look stupid. Like you have to sit there and listen to 2 women complaining to you every day. Forget that garbage. It's like that.
Complaining. So we got a guy
who's never satisfied a woman.
So Jason Mayhem Miller's here with his. Is that your Lucky Patrick jersey? Is that what you're wearing?
You know, a Lucky Patrick jersey.
is R.I.P. Long time ago. This is actually the Mayhem Gets Busted jersey.
All right. So Toothless Tom is here. Toothless Tom is a guy that, like, I went to his wedding. He got married. One of the best weddings I ever went to. He like forgot the ring at the aisle. Toothless Tom, he moved to Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he's like, I'm opening up a gym. He had no business plan, no strategy. Was like, I found a spot. I'm doing a gym there. They don't have an MMA gym. I figured he'd be back in a week. Like, I'm like, this is the worst. I go, do you even own any kind of credit card machine? He's like, where do you get those, right? So cut to 4 months later, 6 months later, the guy's got 30, 40 students, fucking killing it. I went and did a seminar there. It was amazing. And I was wrong for doubting you, Toothless Tom. It was like Field of Dreams, but in the MMA gym version. If you build it, they will come. How are you, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Man, I'm just in time for the party.
Yes. How's your gym? How are you doing?
We're almost at 100 members. We're kicking it.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, when I was there and I took the seminar, there was like 5 people showed up. One guy had tattoos all over his face. He never wrestled before. Nobody. You said Jesus. He told you guys that Jesus told him that there was a gym in town, and he walked in or something, right?
Yeah, that's him. He's still there. That's my first member, Montana.
Then there was another guy who was like a 400-pound black dude, never wrestled. It was like the movie Dodgeball, The Average Joe's.
Yeah.
And then he has murals of himself smiling with a missing tooth in all of them, which is awesome. So now since then you actually competed in Submission Underground, right?
I did combat jiu-jitsu. In between opening the gym, they called me 2 weeks before, and I was close enough in weight, and I wanted to take a trip to Mexico, so I couldn't say no. So I hurried up and lost in that. And
who you got? Wagner Rocha you went against?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z Cavalcante, right? It was like,
yeah, he caught me with a minute left in time, so we were about a minute left away from winning.
Damn. Hey, no shame to losing to Jay-Z, though. I mean, that guy is a fucking sick-ass grappler, yeah. Wait, did the bitch slaps, was that did that fuck you up for grappling? Because I watched that style, and I was like pretty shocked. One guy was just ground and pounding this poor bastard like, oh, man. I was like, this really changes the rules.
Yeah. It does a little bit. It's still jiu-jitsu, though, because the slaps, it's not a punch. They really don't hurt in comparison.
Here, but I think old Boss Rudin would disagree with you. A fucking overhand slap, you know what I mean? You could shut somebody down, you know?
Well, the jiu-jitsu guys are throwing them. It's not Boss Rudin. So.
Okay, touche. But I seen some Brazilian kid who definitely was an MMA fighter fight this guy who's definitely only a jiu-jitsu fighter, and he just basically, stood in that like lunge kind of position and fucking ground and pound this dude's face to hamburger. It was like, I was like, what am I watching here right now? It's the domestic situation.
Yeah.
Bill, what were you saying?
The rules must be kind of like slippery with that combat jiu-jitsu, right? Because there's like a slap like this. There's this slap. How many ways can you slap a person? Yeah, you can do like this. I mean, that's not really a slap.
I go like this and hit right here. With this, I just take the hand out of it and just.
You can knock someone out.
Right? The trick is aim for the eyes.
Aim for the eyes. Why is that the trick?
Because that's where it hurts the most.
I think your nose disagrees there too.
No, the eyes.
Okay, all right.
Because I got hit in the eyes once and it hurt the most.
Now, did you train for this jiu-jitsu match or no?
Well, I gathered all my students and I just made them beat me up every practice, just Shark Tank me for 2 hours each practice. I was like, all right, guys, I guess you're a part of this. And
now, Tom has some of the craziest stories. Like he was a wrestler in high school. He joined an MMA gym by accident, basically. He went up against and then he moved to California, joined Team Quest because he called every gym and no one got back to him except for Dan Henderson's gym. So he's like, I'm going there. So he gets to Dan Henderson's gym, and they pair him up with Ashley Yoder as his training partner for 2 weeks. They don't know that he's actually 16-5 and was the M1 champion. They think he's just some random dude that shows up at the gym. and then they finally realize you had actual skills, right?
Yeah, I started catching a couple guys, I was very lucky that Heath Sims picked up my call. That was it. He's like, yeah, I could have not, though. I could have so easily just slipped through the cracks. So
you worked with Heath Sims for a while? This guy is a fantastic coach.
Yeah. One of the best wrestling coaches I had.
Yeah,
ever.
definitely.
And then
I came about the time you tagged me in almost. I got there about 10 years ago.
Fuck. Yeah, we were like high-fived each other on the way out, huh? Damn.
Yeah.
I love that gym. Team Quest is like a fantastic community, It's way out in Bumblefuck, and I guess you don't care since you live in Tennessee. But, my city boy, I was like turning crazy a little bit because after 6 weeks, I already had banged all the chicks there. So, it was like one of those, I got to get out of here.
So then, Tom, you go to Tennessee. You don't know anybody. You and your wife. Your wife, by the way, is the most game. She's a ride or die. You were with her for what? 10 years before you got married?
No, 5 years. 5 years.
5 years. Then you married her, and then you actually made it work. I couldn't believe you made it work. Now, were there any rival gyms when you got there that were like, oh, who the fuck's this guy? Don't train here, kind of a thing?
Yeah, there's always that. I try not to worry about the other gyms or anything. I just worry about my gym, and it seems to work well. I think I'm the only coach around here who's had over 20 professional fights. So it's definitely a gap.
Yeah.
Wait, Adam, can we go back? Why are you so surprised that he made his marriage work? What do you mean by that?
No, I'm surprised he found a woman that was with him, that slept on the floor with him, that when he had nothing. I mean, this is the guy that literally bought a gumball machine off Craigslist for $10, and then 2 years later had a whole gumball business where he would go around putting gumballs in bars. He bought his tuxedo at his wedding. It was the one that the guy from Dumb and Dumber wore. It was a linen, what was it? It was a maroon linen. He was I got it for $40 in Chinatown yesterday. And then he doesn't have his tooth. He tried to buy a fake tooth in downtown LA to put into his tooth. And she's just game with it. She rolls and punches. She's a jiu-jitsu girl and very attractive and right. Am I right, Tom?
Yeah, I think you exaggerate a little. You embellished that a little bit.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that Adam Hunter exaggerates?
Yeah, I'm sure he's thrown you right under a couple buses.
Jason, you're the only person I know. I don't have to exaggerate. Your stories are pretty much exactly. If anything, I'm taking them down. I'm downplaying your stories. Now, Tom, you were thinking about going back into MMA. You were going to make a comeback. We're going to make the big announcement on the podcast. What happened? The gym started taking off, and if I was going to put in a training camp, I don't have anybody to coach me. I hurt for days after a hard training. Just couldn't be, and we just grew too fast. So I was like, I can't get it done. But what was it? I mean, did you get an offer? Did someone make an offer to you?
Yeah, I got offered a couple $100 to fight for the Pretender series against Drew Fickett.
Okay. Oh wait, the pretend. You mean the contender? No,
the Pretender.
Wait, what's the Pretender series?
That's in a fairground in Arkansas. No, that's what I call it because it was me and him. I was like, what are we? If I sign this, they better call it the Pretender series
against Drew Fickett. Drew Fickett's a good fighter. I mean,
yeah. I think he's the only guy with more rear naked chokes than me in MMA.
Wow. All right. So we're not making that. We're not fighting at the.
No, but it didn't end up. I passed out a couple $100, and I said, let me worry about my business. But actually, the main event of it is going to be Jessie Taylor and Seth Basinski.
Well, that's a good fight.
Yeah, we were going to be the co. So the Pretender series was okay.
Jessie Taylor's a guy who won the Ultimate Fighter. He would have won the first time. He got kicked out for like kicking out a limousine in Vegas. He got like he went on like a thing where he had to fight in like Russia and this and that. It was like the hardest career back. He gets back on the Ultimate Fighter. He wins. He wins the season with you, right, Tom?
Yeah.
He wins the whole thing. Then he tests positive for steroids, and he gets fucking kicked off again. This fucking guy, like, man, he has no luck.
To be fair, you know what I mean? He's pretty dumb.
Do you know him?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, the guy is a fucking awesome fighter, but just, you know what I mean? He needs a better manager. He needs somebody like a Jiminy Cricket in his fucking pocket all the time to tell him, hey, maybe don't kick out this window hammered right now. Oh, hey, maybe don't test positive for steroids. Hey, maybe, he needs I'm just saying, he needs an angel on his shoulder.
Jason, you also kind of need that person as well?
I already killed him.
Now, Jason, by the way, so Marina Kaufman, right? Marina Kaufman, girl who started off, she came on our podcast, very attractive girl, a very great energy. She had her first fight ever, Bill. She never fought before in her life. She drove 3 hours and signed up for a fight with no training. When I say no training, I mean literally never got to a fight. And then just throwing fucking haymakers. It was the craziest fight. It's on YouTube. It was like basically a World Star fight, but in an actual it was like at a bar. Since then she's gone 3-6 or something, but she's won her last 3 fights. So she started off 0-6 and then 1-3. So it's kind of a fucked up way to look at it.
Well, she just lose fights because she didn't know how to grapple. There was like nobody there to grapple with her. Now she's not with bare knuckle fighting. And I'm training her for that one.
Well, now she's living with you, right? Her and her boyfriend are living with you.
Yes.
And you're like her basically her Mickey. Like you're her coach. And you're
am I that old? God damn.
And you're training her for bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
You've never done bare knuckle boxing, but you have got lots of fights. How do you train a girl who's never bare knuckle boxing for bare knuckle boxing?
Well, I mean, first of all, good training partners. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be different. Mike Graves is out here, and I can work with him. We were similar in weight, but Marina, we need somebody 115 to like give her the business. And we got this girl Jasmine at the gym. She is like fantastic, been boxing, kickboxing. She's a total mixed martial artist that she was 11, so she's giving Marina work every day. And it's like, man, it's a blessing to have good training partners, first of all, but also a lot of the techniques from mixed martial arts that apply to bare knuckle fighting, I know all of them, and we got Chris Lieben coming in to help too. He knows his dirty boxing. So there's like, it's really coalescing. It's coming together. The training camp is just, it's so, I don't know if you saw that tweet I posted. When the first fucking day, I gave Marina a black eye, okay? I threw an up jab because she was fighting a southpaw, and I guess I hit her. I didn't feel it. I think she might have headbutted me in the fucking face, to be honest, because after I jabbed her like that, she just swarmed on me and beat the fucking shit out of me.
Now, you wearing gloves?
Yeah, big gloves. Yeah, 16. She was wearing the small gloves, and I literally had to like turn my face away and cower like to a 115-pound woman. She just swarmed on me like, and I was like, okay. I had to stop.
Is she wearing headgear?
Fuck no. Like we were just supposed to be going light, but whoops, we'll wear headgear next time. I will, at least.
Okay, so I mean, now her opponent backed out.
Her opponent backed out. The fucking Mayhem fucking magic. Everyone got scared. She started talking shit on Facebook to like try to get in Marina's head, and Marina just smashed her down with like funny ass Facebook. The girl deletes her fucking Facebook, like quits. She quits social media before the fight even starts. So now we got a new opponent. It's fine. I'm waiting on confirmation.
Now, you've never trained anyone for bare knuckle boxing. This is a whole new
No. I mean, it's a brand new sport.
Is this exciting?
How many fucking trainers? Hell yeah, it's exciting. It's like the most exciting thing that's happened in like, At least a week.
Wait, you cyberbullied someone out of a fight?
Shit, I didn't do shit, bro.
Well,
like
she did.
I lost my phone for like 3 days. Like, I don't know where the hell it was. It just showed back up. So I didn't know any of this was going on. I don't really keep up Facebook anyway. Like, you know, that's somebody else's party, you know?
No,
I've been so long without a phone.
I watch a lot of bare knuckle boxing. It seems like the big mistake people get is they treat it like boxing, where they jab, and then it's where it almost becomes like it seems like a hockey fight, where you could almost hold the person's back of it and then just it.
No, I don't want to fuck. I don't want to tell the strategy. But you said hockey fight, and let me just tell you, Marina has her own like techniques that she kind of made up for this. That, man, they're really going to change the fight. Like the way she does, she has a certain technique, and like I said, I don't want to talk about it, but it's fucking pretty awesome. Like when she pulls it off on this lady, it's going to be. She might have to have some facial reconstruction. I don't know.
So, speaking of boxing, it got announced that Anderson Silva is fighting Tito Ortiz on the undercard of Vitor Belfort versus Oscar De La Hoya.
That's fucking weird. I like it.
September 11th in Los Angeles. I mean,
no, I heard Tito actually got cut from the fight already for not wearing a mask.
That's hilarious. Tito Ortiz, by the way, seems like his strategy in fighting, which was awesome, was ground and pound. He would just take you down and just pound you out. He never really seemed like he beat guys standing up.
Nah, I disagree. I totally disagree. I think that he developed, you know, he worked with Rafael Cordero like one-on-one, like a lot. And he actually developed himself into a kickboxer. If you watch some of the fights, like Chael fight, he fucking beat Chael up with the kickboxing. Like, yeah, he ground and pound him eventually and choked him out. But the beginning of that, he swarmed on Chael. Chael really couldn't fuck with him. Chael was like,
I was at that fight. I was at that fight.
Double leg.
And I looked at him. I was sitting with Don Fry and Josh Barnett at that fight. And they looked at me like this was a fix. They looked at that, right?
Fix. No, it wasn't a fix. Tito worked on his fucking skills and like became a kickboxer late in life. I'm telling you. You don't believe me? Go back and watch.
Like Chael was in a perfect.
I don't think it was a fix. No way.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fucking Scott Coker handed me a briefcase full of money, told me to go to Huntington Beach and hand the fucking money to fucking Tito Ortiz. Oh, wait.
Chael.
Shit. No, I went to Oregon.
Wait.
Right? They gave me 200 bearer bonds, right? And I handed them, they're like untraceable, and I handed them to fucking.
I'm just telling you, it was a very weird fight. I was there.
It wasn't weird, bro. And I did
There's like 50.
Chael always fucking, if you overwhelm him, that's what he does.
Chael was like in a position where he like had him, and then just like it was like that Fedor fight. It was like that Fedor fight where Chael was like had a rear naked choke, then he goes for like a rolling Granby. It was like
that's what I'm saying. No, Chael. Oh my God, you're talking about the guy who beat the shit out of Anderson Silva for like 85 minutes and then got choked out at the end. Like. Bro, he throws away fights sometimes. That happens.
I love Chael, but that was so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, you're letting your emotion, your man love for Chael override your technical ability because
that's pretty much every relationship I have in the world. So now, Tom Gallicchio, who wins this fight, Anderson Silva or Tito Ortiz in a boxing match?
I got to give it to Anderson Silva. I mean, you know, he has reinvented himself, Tito. I mean, look what he did to Chuck Liddell, who outstruck him the first 2 times.
So, okay, yeah. So, all right. So,
but I'll still go with Anderson Silva.
I mean, yeah, that's the
that was a joke. It was a joke. I wasn't being serious about that. That was just so Tito could sleep at night, that fight.
Mayhem, who do you like in this fight?
Oh, I like Violet. Hi, Violet. Yeah, I mean, Anderson, okay, super impressive against, what's the guy's name that he just Yabez Jr. Super impressive. Using an up jab, using a jab from the outside, doing that weird thing where he kicks his leg up and then hops forward with punch. That was dope, too. Here's the thing. Can Tito Ortiz, like, do the Tyson Fury? That's the question. Can he like lock Anderson's arms up like round 2 and 3 and 4 and just keep wearing Anderson's arms out so Anderson can't do his shake and bake kind of moving? I think that's the only way Tito can really win is like hit a clench and then disengage and punch, or every time Anderson starts getting in and close, underhook and clinch him and wait for the ref to break you and keep doing that because it's an 8-round fight, right?
Yeah.
8-round fight. Like, okay, first round, get your distance and feel the entry and see how Anderson's going to try to enter. And then round 2, start clenching him and hang on his head and be a dick the whole time. Like, dirty fight as much as the ref will let you. But, yeah, like I said, Anderson is definitely the more mastered striker. So the boxing match should go to Anderson technically. But if Tito has a good game plan and he does come up with them, he can win. He can win.
Well, Anderson has like a 4-inch, 5-inch reach advantage, right?
Yeah.
And he's also faster. So unless Tito gets that knockout, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, do you think Tito's kind of a bully a little bit, where if he's winning,
yeah,
fight, versus if you can kind of get him to lose the first round, he kind of.
No. I think every fighter has a breaking point. You know what I mean? A mental breaking point. You know, like my favorite shit during my career was to feel that, like fucking. You know what I mean? Like we've been grappling for a whole round, and I hear the guy go. And I'm like, ha! Oh, now it's done, buddy. You're fucking tired. Sometimes it would be from getting my ass beat. The guy would fucking beat me and I'm still there. And then I would hear his breath change and him kind of panicking. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm still here. He's not. He's not here. And you just drag him to deep water and choke him out. Or in this case, knock him out. You know, that's really the strategy.
Now, Tom, it seems like your strategy was to have the guy break his hand on your face. Because you are a guy that, like, you're one of those fighters where I think you didn't lose the fight, you ran out of rounds. Like, if it was a 20-round fight, you would have won.
Hey, and Tom, before you even start answering with your 3-word answers like a beast, okay, I'm just going to say the most rear naked chokes in MMA, I think, is Mayhem Miller.
Oh.
Is it? You beat Drew Pickett?
Somebody, yeah, I got more rear nakeds than fucking Drew Pickett for sure, yeah.
How many do you have, Jason?
I don't know, like 13, 15, something like that. More fights than Tom's got.
Bill, will you look that up, please?
I'm looking it up right now.
Nice.
All right. So, Tom, it seems like, did you ever have a breaking point in a fight?
Did I ever have a breaking point? Yeah, once in Russia.
No, really? You're like unbreakable. You've got like a stone head or some shit. Like you're not really the kind of guy. What in Russia? You got worn out or what?
You know how it is. It was fighting for the title. You fly out a couple days before.
They did that trick on you, huh?
But let me think of more excuses to make myself.
No, that's a strategy in Russia. Me and fucking Horwich got out there like 12 hours before the weigh-in. Like
yeah, it was like 2 days before the weigh-in. It was rough.
I did in Italy too. Yeah,
I got flashed, and then I grabbed the leg, and he kept pounding, and the ref eventually stopped it. I'm still on the leg, but I could have pushed forward. I could have did more. So I guess they're.
So what's going through your head? Like, I just don't have it tonight.
What? No, it was like I got flashed, and I was just getting pounded. I was holding on to the leg, and. I just kind of stopped. I just held on to it and was just getting punched.
Your fights, though, man, like when you fought James Krause, like even though you didn't win that fight, to me you were such a hero because it was one of those things where it was like the real life Rudy, where I'm like, this dude, he's gonna catch him. Because I don't know if you watched the season Ultimate Fighter at Mayhem. Tom was a guy that was like everyone kept picking as like, oh, he's going to get destroyed. He's destroyed. And he just kept rear naked choking everybody. Every single person you fought.
I've heard. I never watched it, but I've heard of his exploits. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time they were like, he would just take the guy down and just choke him out. And people were just like dumbfounded as like, how did that happen?
Because the motherfucker's a grappler. Hey, why he's in damn Chattanooga? You're in Chattanooga?
Yeah, I'm in Chattanooga.
Hey, bro, listen here. Let me tell you, there's a bunch of Millers out there, so be careful who you sign up to the gym. The Millers, we're from Chattanooga and from, we're out there from the Appalachians more. You know what I mean? But Chattanooga.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, but the Miller family is like that's where we're from.
Yes. So, by the way, we have to talk right now. There's a big fight right now between Daniel Cormier and Conor McGregor on Twitter.
Oh, wow. A big fight, huh? Wait, which one is big?
I don't know if you've seen any of it. So I don't know what Conor's doing because he keeps tweeting stuff and then deleting it. I mean, this happened like 5 times.
What is that? That's the new thing, huh? I've been trying to reply to tweets, and it says no, and I'm like, oh, great. Another person blocked me. And then it's like, no, this tweet was deleted. And I'm like,
so he tweeted out, Daniel Cormier is a fat mess. Getting the worst condition by the day. God bless him. Showing up drunk at media events the very day before he was in the booth calling my fight. Drunk at a media event working the day before being a commentator on the biggest fight in history. He goes, your back situation is just mental too. Your weight and way of life is abysmal. And now you're drunk at work the day before you commentate on my fight. Pitiful. Congrats, John, on the head kick knockout anniversary over you. Good always defeats evil. Wasn't sure you were evil. Fakes. And then he goes, get it together. Belching at the mic at a press event at an hall the day before a fight. You're disgraceful. And then what's the name wrote back? Daniel Cormier wrote back. He responded saying,
I'm drunk right now, motherfucker. I'm retired. I'm the best commentator in the UFC. I have the most experience. You wish you could do this, white boy. Is that what Daniel Cormier said?
No, he basically said, worry about yourself. He goes, worry about the guys who beat you. And I'm like, want to fight. Stop worrying about
Listen, man, Conor's jumping the shark right now. He's losing me as a fan. Like, come on. Hey, Daniel Cormier has earned the right to drink some fucking Modelo's and 12th round tequila or whatever the fuck Conor sells. And he can show up to work whenever he feels like in his fucking oversized 42 long suit. You know what I'm saying?
And then he said, keep that same energy when I see you.
Bro, I hate to see Daniel Cormier eat a rack of ribs and slam Conor McGregor on his fucking head, okay? Conor McGregor needs to chill out and worry about his fights, not the commentator. Jesus Christ. And then he did that river dance kick and broke his fucking leg off, you know, and now I can't see Conor McGregor fight for another 8 weeks at least.
Well, now guys here, Hector Lombard. We have the bare knuckle fighting champion.
Yeah, the most handsomest bare knuckle fighter in the whole fucking world. Look
That's my fucking dude right there.
Yeah, my man. Jesus Christ.
That's my fucking dude right there. Hey, looks like you're coming back on the money side. I remember back in the days when you had all the fresh stuff. I remember you had a beautiful cars. You had a beautiful house. Hey, what's up, my dude? I remember this guy was paid. He was making a ton of money. I'm talking about you.
I know, bro. Don't worry, it's coming back around.
He had the bully beat down going on.
Yep.
You guys screwed, by the way. I don't know who fucking make you change your mind because that shit was great.
Yeah. Jason, you want to respond?
I just appreciate it. And especially that he's calling from the blurry diploma land. You know, I don't know what's going on in the background there, but I appreciate it, man.
So I don't know what's going on with this fucking blurry. I'm just trying to fix it.
You look great. We can see you. So Hector, since we saw you last, you got into an altercation with Tyron Woodley at bare knuckle boxing about your side chick. You guys both had the same side chick.
Now listen. Let me explain to you once again. What really fucking happened, because I don't know, for somehow you don't get it.
I get it. Okay, go. Explain.
And for somehow some people don't fucking get it.
Right.
Okay. My issue is not about the girl. My issue is not about whatever. Okay. My issue is with the fucking clown that he is caught blocking me. Okay. Like talking someone fucking trash about me to get his dick wet. Look, listen. Just go ahead and do it. Don't fucking mention my fucking name, you fucking clown. Are you obsessed with me? Are you a homo or something?
Yeah, right. So you're upset that he was putting you down in order to get laid. Just get laid. Don't put
Just fucking get laid and just fucking be happy. Get laid, but don't fucking bash me and mention my name every fucking second.
Okay, so when you saw him at the bare knuckle boxing, it sounds like you told him how you felt. He seemed like he was somewhat apologetic. And then Damon Feldman came over, the promoter. Are you guys going to, after he beats Jake Paul, are you going to fight him in bare knuckle boxing?
I asked you, bro. Listen, I used to, I bashed that motherfucker in sparring. Obviously, nobody knows what happened with my career and the situations and dramas that I have going on at that time. But I was a fucking beast.
You still are a beast. I mean, not
no,
was.
But at that time I was like a fucking. Everybody was scared of me.
Yeah.
So I bashed him a couple times in sparring, so he knows what's going on.
Right. So, but it seemed like he was open to fighting you after he fights Jake Paul, right? It seemed like he was like, all right, let's do it.
He told me he won't do it.
He won't do it. He won't do it.
He told me. I hope he does. But he told me he won't do it. He's like, I'm never gonna fight bare knuckle. And I'm like, why not? I'll do boxing with you. I box the shit out of you. Let's do boxing.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a very good fight for him there, but just so you know, like I think you're pretty right about that you definitely have the advantage in the striking department. So he probably it's not good for him. If they throw a bunch of money at him, maybe it's different, but he's going to make a shit ton off this Jake Paul fight. He might just, sit at home eating donuts after that.
I mean, now who do you think wins that fight, Mayhem?
Who? Him and – oh, you're talking about Jake Paul?
Yeah, Jake Paul and Woodley.
I remember – let me keep this straight. Remember when I say Jake Paul is going to knock out, he's going to KO Ben Askren. Everybody was bashing me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
What happened?
He knocked out Ben Askren.
Now, I keep saying that he's got to do the same shit to Tyrone.
All right. And now Tom Gallicchio, we have Toothless Tom. Who do you think's going to win? Jake Paul or Tyron Woodley?
The truth is we don't really know enough about Paul. What I hear is he's in camp and doing things right. He's got money. Money seems to buy you the best coaches and training. So I don't know. It's a tough one. There's so much unknown about Paul, but I backed Askren, so I might as well back Woodley.
Listen. Let me keep this straight because this is some of shit that people don't even know. First of all, Mayweather and Jake Paul and Logan Paul are bodies. So right there, back to back, that motherfucker is getting crucified. He's getting like, hey, these motherfuckers have been training him. Put your hands low, so you come out with the overhook, okay?
You think they're actually tricking him? They're gonna fool him.
He believes. Oh, Mayweather's on my side. Fuck you. Mayweather's been with these kids since they are little kids.
Now, according to Austin Vanderford, Tyron Woodley's training in Miami with really good Cuban trainers. You're Cuban.
Give me a break.
You're Cuban. You're really good. Do you know the guys he's training with?
Listen.
Sorry. Go ahead. A dramatic effect.
We're listening.
He ain't saying shit. That's
okay. All right. So these guys aren't good. I mean, they're supposed to be the best guys from Cuba. They're Cuban Olympians, boxing guys.
He's not going to talk shit about him. He's telling us he can't talk shit.
We have a lot of Cuban boxers coaches. We have a lot of Cuban boxers coaches. We have a lot.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
I have a lot of Cuban sandwiches.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Sorry to interrupt you. Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Remember when Paige is training with that. Paige is training there. Be careful. He's got it.
Yeah, but Paige isn't Tyron Woodley. Paige never knocked people out like Tyron did.
But she fought people that she could beat.
Yeah,
she fought people that she could
Tyron
beat.
Knocked out Robbie Lawler. And Tyron knocked out Jay Haran. He knocked out Josh Koscheck. These are fucking great fighters that he fucking knocked out.
All wrestlers, though.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bro, why this guy don't get it? My brother, why this guy don't get it?
Yo, Mayhem, you told me Woodley was going to win too.
I started changing my mind. I started changing my mind, to be honest. Now that Hector is really saying it, I'm like, ooh. Fuck. I respect his opinion. I think look, I want Woodley to win. I'm doing that emotional thing.
But why? Why?
I'll tell you why. Because I got loyalty to my friends, right? He trains with the guys body shop a lot of time. I love the guy. Okay, I don't have this beef with him like you. I'm not fucking his side chick or his mine. Okay, I ain't even got a side chick.
He will fuck your side chick.
I don't give a fuck. If I had a side chick, he could fuck all of them.
He will.
Bless his heart. Hey, man. And then they
hire your wife, hire your girls, hire your kids, hire everybody that has a vagina and a penis when it comes to that motherfucker.
Okay, now what's going on with you and Thiago Alves? Are you guys because that's the next big fight? That would be a war. I mean, man, take my money. That's two legends. Thiago
I've been telling a lot of people that's why I called Thiago Alves out a while ago. The reason why is because Thiago Alves is one of the best fighters in the company. And that's why I wanted to fight him. I had no issue with Thiago. I like the guy. He's always been cool to me and stuff like that. But hey, listen, I want to prove that I'm the fucking best.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Right? Nothing.
Hey, you know what I love about Hector is that no matter if we're just sitting here with blank faces being quiet, he's assuming that we're talking shit to him. He's just set to talk shit mode. Bro, you're the best. I think you're the best guest that we have on the show, bro. I think so. Wait. I was going to give Toothless Tom the nod, but Hector, you're just coming with the fucking heat today.
But wait, listen.
Now, Hector, what do you think about Matt?
Wait, let me finish. Ain't done yet with it. You know that you in my list are the pound for pound best celebrity / fucking host / fucking
Jesus Christ! I wish you were a producer on a TV show. I would have a job.
No, let me finish. Ain't done yet. You are pound for pound the celebrity / motivator /
commentator.
Thank
you.
MMA commentator.
Male model.
Entertainment commentator.
Thank you.
And you know what pissed me the most? Pissed me off the most?
Yeah.
That nobody gives a fuck about it.
Bro, I'm used to it by now. Oh my God.
They have big nose. What's the name of this coach soccer?
Ariel Helwani.
Ariel suck my dick on Loani. Bro, this motherfucker talks about MMA like if he ever fucking done shit.
That's true. It's true.
And what bothers me the most is people believe it.
Well, look, okay, I'm going to go ahead and defend him a little bit.
Oh.
Even though I know he's probably doing it. And the best part about Hector is I can see him translating Spanish into English before he starts ranting. And that's really fucking awesome and international to me. But look, Ariel Helwani, look, we need super nerds in the world, okay? Adam Hunter never fought MMA. But he's our super nerd. He watches every fucking fight.
Sport combat wrestling. This guy never did anything. So.
I mean, I'm sure he learned some stuff at his bar mitzvah.
Let me ask you a question. Remember when I still never, I'm telling you that for a fact, I never gonna get away and not never's gonna get away from my mind what he did to Gina Carano.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I love Gina Carano. She's my hero. Then Gina Carano goes and she make a normal post about something that is being real. Nowadays is almost similar to be a Republican than being a Jew in Germany.
Hang up on this guy, okay? Now, no more politics on the MMA.
No, wait. Ain't that yet? That's the comment that she made.
Yeah.
That's the comment that she made.
Yep.
But it's a really sensitive
and he
time.
bashed her so bad.
Well, he's Jewish, okay?
He's also not a loyal
She
guy,
didn't
though.
say anything about the Jews.
She did say something about the Jews.
No, she never did shit about the Jews. She never said anything about the Jews.
She said that soon people are not like going to have to wear like yellow stars on their arms.
No, you got to look at it.
No, that's wrong.
She didn't say that.
No,
Oh,
you got it wrong. She never said anything about the Jews. All she was meaning was, man, it's really bad to being a Republican nowadays. It's like being a Jew back on those days.
You got to look at it.
Yeah, well,
her Gina's intent was to bring people together. That was her intent.
Yeah, look, man, Hector, if they start loading you onto a train, don't go. Don't get on.
But the thing is,
like
Ariel Helwani, though, to Hector's credit, I've talked to a lot of fighters that say when you're on top, Helwani calls you all the time. He's your best friend. As soon as he doesn't need you anymore, you can't reach him.
Wow,
really? Oh, really? I mean, he calls me every weekend.
And that people like that are that's not a good quality to have. It's not a good quality to have when you just use people when they can help your career and then be like, later, fuck you, bye.
He is right, Jason. Jason, he is right. He ain't no talking crap here.
You gotta. To me, you gotta be friends with people when they're top or in the bottom when they need you. That's how it is. We're in the long run.
Jason, you know he's right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've been shaking my head this whole time. Turn on your thumb.
No, but I didn't saw you. It's just like,
No, Hector, last time we saw you, you were going to a party with John Gotti Jr. That was the craziest. It was on the podcast. You were walking there. What type of circles are you in? It seems like you have a crazy. You're always like partying. You have how many guns? You have like 400 guns in your car. You're like there's always beautiful women everywhere. You're at like you're. When do you find time to train? Like you just constantly on the go. How do you do it? You don't say it. Okay, all right. There you go.
He loves life. Hector loves life. That's what it is. The joy of life.
All right. Okay. All right. That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Now listen. Can we go back to the subject?
Whatever. Sure.
I want to go back to the subject of Ariani. Jason, can we? Jason.
Yeah, buddy, I'm right here. I swear to God, I'm listening.
I can't see you. That's why I'm screaming.
I told you.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about the last comment that he just made about when you on top, he can reach you up and he won't leave you alone. When you fucking gone and disappear, he would disappear too.
Well, look, yeah. One side of me goes, yeah, you should be friends with everyone forever, all the time. But, my business sense tells me, look, if the guy's not an active fighter, like what the fuck do I got to talk to him about? Okay, if I'm coaching Marina Kaufman, right? Okay, great. Maybe we have something to talk about. But why would Ariel Helwani talk with guys who are not active on the roster? His job is to talk to fighters who are active, who are doing the big fights, to give the fight fans the information they need to know about how the fighter's doing, their training camp, this, that. If he talks to everybody every day, he'd be podcasting fucking all the time. He started, 10, 15 years ago with me in the damn UFC event, interviewing me as we walked through there, and I explained to him that they're going to shut your camera off soon. And he was a journalism student, okay? Later, he got, that MMA hour and had a nice studio, and I fucked that studio all up. It was fun. But, it was one of those, things.
How many studios you have fucked up?
I am crazy. Yeah. I'm insane. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So, yeah, I get your point. But now my question is, what is the reason for him to throw under the bus Gina Carano?
Because, look, that's a personal political thing. Say, for instance, right, Gina Carano said some shit like being a Republican is like being a man. And I was like, you don't know what being a man is like. the fuck, Gina Carano? Like, you don't know what it is to be a man.
Did she ever make that comment? Did she make that comment for you?
No. I'm just giving a hypothetical, right?
Okay.
Well, look, I personally was offended by the fact that she was using my masculinity to make her point, then I would be fucking pissed and I would never have her on my show. I'd get her fired from Star Wars and I'd remove her digitally from Deadpool.
Why?
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because that's not my way. I'm not like that.
First of all, don't we supposed to speak our mind?
Of course, but if you're not,
so why do you just kind of like go fucking crazy?
Hector, okay, look, me and you, okay, we have a different mentality, right? Fighting, we fought our whole lives. We fucking are aggressive-minded. We're looking at it from our point of view, right? We're not like little nerdy dude who's a super fan about things and has a cultural background that might make him a little more sensitive to certain things. You got to look at it from his perspective. I don't know why we're doing Dr. Mayhem today. I thought we were going to talk about fights.
My question is like, don't you think that I have the same, maybe worse than him? I'm an immigrant. I don't speak the language, and I don't give a fuck whatever you fucking say.
Listen, I think you fucking have it harder than most any person, despite your physical gifts. You're black. You're Cuban. Okay, America's a tough place for an immigrant. All right.
And then on top of that, I don't even. Besides that, I'm black. Now listen to this, right? I'm a black guy.
Yeah.
Right.
I noticed.
Black people don't call me one of them.
I know. Yeah, you're a black immigrant. That's what I said.
Now, wait. If I would be black and they're black, they call me one of them, I would be happy. But now, because I speak the language, different language, they don't call me one of them.
Yeah, you're Mexican.
So now, I cannot be in the white side or in the black side or in the Spanish side because I don't look like the Spanish either.
Bro, so you're American, bro. You're American now, right? You're American.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I'm fucked.
No,
oh my God. You hear this guy? Adam, do you hear this guy? He's fucking world beater fighter, right? The fucking got girls everywhere, got money, he does everything, and he's handsome. And then guess what? He's still complaining. You really are an American.
Well, the guy wins the bare knuckle boxing belt, and some guy who's like 3 foot taller than a black guy wants to take it from him, like in the ring. Remember?
Is that my fault too? Is that my fault?
No, that was bullshit, man. I'm like, let's at least get the belt for 2 seconds for just to get it out of your hands.
You know, the word of the day, Hector, the vocabulary word of the day is abrasive.
Who, Hector?
What is that?
Abrasive. It's a cool word. It like means like grating. I don't know what the fuck it means. It means like your personality is like you're basically fighting everyone all the time. I get it. I get it. Right? Like that's who you are.
You know,
it's perfect.
I already proved my point. I'm black and I don't be considered black by the black people, but I'm black.
But do you really want to?
I don't give a fuck. I'm just putting my point. My point is that I don't have even fucking land. Where's my land? And then I go to the Cubans. The Cuban goes like, "Well, you don't look like us. You ain't no Cuban."
I don't know, bud. I don't know, bud. As soon as I saw you, I was like, that guy is Cuban. As soon as I saw you, you look Cuban.
Bill Dawes, you always know the right thing to say at these kind of moments. Anything you want to tell us?
I will say this. I think the thing that drives Hector, that made him an amazing fighter, makes him an amazing fighter today, is also the thing that is slowly killing him inside. You know what I mean?
Which is
like
what?
You gotta. Well, I think it's just like that chip on your shoulder, man, to prove yourself and be respected. It helps you in the ring, but outside the ring, sometimes maybe people take it the wrong way, and they don't see that you're actually like a really good guy. You're actually sensitive, man. You know.
So what should I do? You know, give me your hands up.
Buddhism? I don't know.
Smoke some weed, Jesus Christ, bro! Your heart's gonna pop.
Toothless Tom.
Mushrooms. Mushrooms.
But let me ask you a question. I grew up a little kid, right? And since I started kind of like realizing how life was going. I start getting beat up by my dad.
Yeah.
And you're like, how the fuck is this shit happen? Like every day you get beat up by some drunk motherfucker. You're like, do that supposed to be alive? So since I grew up like 9 years old, 10 years old, that I start getting, you know, like a vision how life is. All I'm getting is beating up every day, getting beat up every day.
Yeah.
So now, how am I supposed to react in reactions like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Getting kicked out of my house when I was 10 years old, living in the street. Thanks God that I was a good athlete, and I jumped into a system that they have in Cuba. It's called AIDE. So I grew up there. But what you're not supposed to do?
You made of yourself, though. You're an Olympian wrestler. I mean, jiu-jitsu, judo guy. You're top of the world. You're undefeated in Bellator. You made it to the UFC. You threw Jake Shields around like no one ever threw Jake Shields around. You fought the top guys, and now you're the bare knuckle boxing champion. So look, you are the American dream.
Fuck yeah.
I got beat up since I was a kid for too long.
Yeah.
To the club.
But you know what you got to do, Hector? I know I wasn't beat up as a kid, but at some point you got to like forgive your dad. You got to forgive yourself, and you got to like look at it in the past and just kind of like let it go, you know, just so you can be more free, you know?
So basically what we're saying is this is your first group therapy session. If you'd like to talk more about your feelings, please go ahead.
Yeah. No, I like the group. I always like the group. I always like
love you,
and
man.
obviously, let me ask you, is Jason part of what's the name?
MMA Roasted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason's an
I hope so. Fuck. I'm here like every goddamn Thursday.
Jason's awesome.
I would be super happy to be part of it.
Oh, 100%. Hector, you're one of a kind.
Because Jason is in there. And whatever Jason is at, he's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
He has the magic touch. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
It's like
Love
me.
this guy.
You know,
Thanks,
the people go to me, right? This is true story. All right. I go to the go shit. And that gym was like super, super flat. There was no many people out there. Okay. And I came up with the idea, like, bring the Cubans, awesome, bring the Cubans, bring all these Cubans, let's blow this shit up. The gym blew up. Then I went to Boxer, and it was the same, you know. They were starting few members, maybe like 4. Now the gym blew up again. So I'm like you. I had the magic touch. But you have the magic touch when it comes to media.
Well, I am quite well spoken.
Well, listen.
No, you're just funny and unique, and that's what people like.
100%.
They don't like it. People like a fucking fake fuck, like, you know, talking nonsense shit that people cannot relate with it. You know,
I have a friend. Hey, I have a friend who's like one of the best comedians, but like he never tells me that. So I appreciate you saying it.
He's jealous because he's jealous of fucker. You should know have that motherfucker around you.
Talk about me. Give me a fucking break. Toothless Tom, anything you want to say?
Oh, that's you?
Yeah. Anything you want to say, Toothless Tom?
Hey, Hector, my lease is up next month. They're coming for my land too, man. So
God damn it.
And I got into a fight with the front desk, so, you know, we're definitely out next month. So.
Yeah, Hector, he went to Tennessee, Tom, and he opened up his own gym in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So bring in Hector for a clinic. So,
you gotta bring me. I got the magic touch.
He's got the magic touch. Well, that is our podcast today. Thank you guys so much.
No, wait, ain't that yet? Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Before you leave.
Yes.
Before you leave, bro.
Okay. What's up?
You're gonna have me how many times? How many often?
Whenever you want. Whenever you want. You let me know, man.
Let's not get carried away. We're gonna be doing the podcast 8 days a week now.
Fuck, I don't care.
That's a lot.
Yeah, Hector, bro, you're the best.
You gotta talk. Jason.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
You gotta talk a little bit more about all the things because I know you want to focus on fighting, but you know, sometimes you can get customers that like to talk about science. Sometimes you get customers that like to talk about history. Sometimes you get customers that like to talk about, you know, politics. So
is this the birth of a new podcast? Fucking Mayhem, Mayhem and Hector talk history? Oh, my God. Let me go grab my book of American history. I'll be right back. And we'll just keep recording. And then MMA Roasted is over.
I got to take my kid to Universal Studios. I love you guys. You guys are the best.
Your kid is going to Universal Studios again?
Love you, kid.
I get free
me, big boy. Hey, Toothless Time, you're the man. Hector, oh my God, way to go. Fucking killing it. Bill Dawes, get back to me on that research. And Adam Hunter, man, bless you.
Damian Maya, most of UFC. I couldn't find MMA.
Fucking asshole.